752,017 by Steve Maramarco missed 10,862 views. Tweet: the latest toe was stolen in June 2017, but returned by mail a few days later by a drunken fool who apologized. Since 1973, the Downtown Hotel in Dawson City, Canada has an unusual drink on its bar menu. It's called the sour toe cocktail, which is a shot of whiskey that contains a salt-cured human toe bobbing in the glass. Various people have donated many toes over the years, and at least 8 have been stolen and/or swallowed. You get a certificate if your lips touch the toe. Source 1, Source 2. Oh, come on. Cooking with cum sounds like a joke, and maybe it is. Still, it's an elaborate one, as Paul Fotifote and Howe has penned not one but 2 books on using jism in both food and drink. He explains in the introduction to Natural Harvest that semen is not only nutritious but has a palatable texture and excellent cooking properties like wine or cheese. Source: she said it tasted sour like Indian yogurt. University of Wisconsin Ph.D. student Cecilia Westbrook was inspired by Natural Harvest and was disappointed that there was not a female equivalent in the cooking world. She knew that a healthy vagina contains lactobacillus, the same yeast as yogurt. So, she decided to collect some of her own lady juice with a wooden spoon and put it in a petri dish overnight along with some milk. The next day she added blueberries and ate it. Source: via a blogger called Angry Young Woman woke one morning in late November 2015 with a nasty yeast infection. She decided to make the best of the situation and announced she would use the yeast to make sourdough bread. Naturally, the internet went insane, with some supporting her experiment and others disgusted by it. She admits there was only a tiny amount of vagina yeast in the starter and isn't sure how much a role, pun intended, it played in the final product. Still, she ate it and said it tasted quite nice. Source: via bet you can't eat just one. Guolaijuang restaurant in Beijing, China has just one weird ingredient on the menu: penises. While shocking to Westerners, some Chinese people believe that eating animal penises will give you virility. An American tourist wrote about the experience and said it's the texture, very chewy, not the taste, that was so unusual. The restaurant is so popular that there are now 4 locations in China and 1 in Atlanta. Source 1, Source 2. They cautioned the cheese was not made for eating but for thinking. Microbiologist Christina Agapakis and artist Cecil Tullas conducted a rather cheesy experiment at Trinity College in Dublin. They took bacteria samples from their own sweaty armpits, belly buttons, and toes and used them to make cheese. It was part of an exhibit and was intended to show how smells and microbial communities interact. Source: via Chinese YouTuber Monsieur is known for her unusual cooking shows, where she sometimes makes meals using office equipment. For a recent show, she decided to take food items left by her co-workers and combine them to create makeup. This included using coffee grounds and crushed Skittles for blush and a chewed marshmallow as a sponge. You can watch her creative transformation below. Source 1, Source 2. A woman who calls herself Cunt Buff spent a year and a half collecting her own menstrual blood in a jar. But that's not the weird part, it's what she did with it when the 45 ounces jar was full. She baked a batch of cookies. She said she had only one bite, they were too floury, but she hoped to experiment more in the future. Source: it's vegan, claiming it gives her a boost of energy and helps her fight the flu. A young lady named Tracy Kiss from Buckinghamshire, England says she adds a shot of semen to her smoothies 3 times a week. Currently, she gets the hot loads from a friend and stores it in her fridge. Source 1, Source 2. You might also like best this month, 8,472 views. 7 Crazy Amelia Earhart disappearance theories, best ever 313,127 views. Best ever 310,943 views. 12 hilariously bad wedding proposals, best ever 2,727,993 views. 10 handsome men who were born female, NSFW. 18 best ever 563,992 views. 12 worst plastic surgery makeovers, best ever 532,857 views. 12 hilarious teachers replies, ODDES new website, ODDES new website, 126,727, 14,900.